chicken. Hello, Twitch
Go for it,
chat.
Koi.
How are you doing today? This is Koi. With me is Tracy M, who is awesome. And our
You too,
runners, yeah, we're playing Link to the Past Randomizer today. Our runners, Top Life and Illus, in their game 1 of the round of, I forgot, 32?
We're 32. We're second round. We're
Yeah,
still 32.
I've seen sometimes it says round of 32 at the top, and sometimes it says second round.
Which is the same thing, but it's not as obvious. I like 32.
Round of 32 is more informative, right? Because I don't know how many rounds there are, so it being the second one doesn't have much weight to it. All right, we're off. And bomb to the first chest every time.
You know. Well, there goes our conversation about prize packs. We do see pendants. I think we said was that a green on desert? Blue?
Yeah, it looked like green in desert.
I didn't even see what Hera had.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like a standard seed starts with you having to go through the escape. It takes right about 6 minutes, depending on what starting weapon you get. And the only thing we have to talk about is the prize packs, where you have a chance of getting a bomb from either the guard pack or the rat pack. But they just got bombs, so what does it even matter?
Yeah, we may or may not ever find out.
Yeah, Top Life killed like a guard who was in his way, but
and
like when you already have bombs, there's no point wasting the time.
So NMG with the bombs. I guess we're not gonna get a boomerang, but maybe we will get a boomerang. I don't know.
Sure, we can talk about their sprites. Top Life with the Yoshi.
It's one of my favorites.
I guess I guess Yoshi is a dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
Just in general, what is he, a carnivore? Because he eats things very indiscriminately, right?
Yeah, that's my experience with Yoshi in Super Mario World. Yes.
Why doesn't he eat Mario?
Because I don't know. Maybe he well, no, because in Yoshi's Island he carries Mario, and Mario whines a lot, so you want to pay him back. Hey, look, the key that we need to get through Dark Cross.
And then Illus's sprite is from Toho. I'm 100% sure, but I don't know anything about Toho.
No, so me neither.
I don't even know the name of the character.
I'm sure chat could enlighten us.
Oh, Seer no, apparently, according to chat. Thank you, chat.
Okay, about to come up to another item. Let's go. Let's get something good. The green guard, the sole reason why we can't have ice rod starts. And just a piece of heart. That's boring.
He dropped a small magic. They could get a bomb if they kill
get a bomb.
100 more guards.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, if it was the bomb drop with the 8, then maybe if you kill a bunch of ropes,
yeah,
and get the 8. But you're not gonna go out of your way to get the single bomb when you already have 3.
Both players getting the bad green guard RNG. Top Life going 8 slashes. 8 slashes is the fastest way to kill that guy, but it is a bit more dangerous. Illis going for 4 slashes at a pot.
Oh, hey, more bombs.
Sweet.
Not gonna be. I mean, it's good that they both get bombs. At least we don't have to have one player open up the sewer chests and the other one doesn't. And
oh yeah, no,
all the way back through. So it's
great
all good
for them. Very NMG-esque.
Pretty much. We even have a shield. We don't have a boomerang, but we have a shield.
Maybe it's 100% NMG.
Oh, okay.
You don't get the shield in that one. All right, our runners head to the back. They're pretty much locking step. Illus like frames ahead at the moment.
That makes such a difference at this point.
And then he's even fewer frames ahead now because he got slightly worse guard RNG. Or are we still syncing the timers? Okay, never mind.
Timers look pretty synced now. That's always good. Shout outs to our SG staff. We're always doing a great job getting these timers synced. And
Oh no! Splinter! We call that rat Splinter. That bumped Illus there.
From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, no doubt.
No. What's that? Oh, yes.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
there's a mirror after.
Oh, that would have been
used
so
by
nice
him.
earlier.
So nice. It's gonna save so much time by using that mirror after Zelda, but no, it's at the one place it's not useful. And oh, by the way, if you mirror, you don't want to mirror in Sanctuary. It does not take you where you want to go.
Yeah, it takes you to the front of Escape.
Very bad.
Maybe that's where you want to go, though. You know, I don't want to call it before we get there. You never know.
Yeah, I tried it once. It was not fun. I had to go all the way back through.
If we found the right items right here, maybe mirroring and going to Aga is the right
More
play.
bombs.
Okay, it's not.
And we see the map, so we will get an item at the Sanctuary chest.
I love when we find the map in the back of Escape, because if it's anywhere else, I don't remember that I found it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same. Okay. Time to get one more item, and then off we go. Well, now we got money for Kakariko, so that's good.
All right, from here on out, divergence is finally possible.
Yeah, don't know that we're gonna see a whole lot right away. I mean, there's nothing to draw them anywhere else besides Kakariko at this point. I don't think we're even gonna get a lumberjack check. They've got plenty of supplies, so they don't really need to check tree poles or bush crabs or anything.
Yeah, going to Kakariko out of Escape is definitely the preferred play for most players, but it is not the only play.
It is not. With some of the early bows that we've seen, you see a lot of people go straight to Eastern, but no bow and Eastern's a pendant, so not happening here, I don't think.
And sometimes you'll see people go to South Shore really early, too.
And a Herkinto.
Illus.
Route diverges. Where are we going? Where are we going? Gonna be South Shore?
I mean, where else is it gonna go?
I don't know. I mean, you could go to Eastern. I wouldn't, but
sometimes you see players like save and quit and just go to Kakariko from the south, but that's really only if you're getting the 50-50 bushes, which Illus definitely doesn't need.
No, we got lots of bombs. And with that sword, he doesn't even have to waste them in Mini Moldorm. He can, combine sword strats with bomb strats and not run out.
So Kakariko is much, much more dense than South Shore that Illus is doing now, but there are a couple items that would be nice to have before going to Kakariko.
Yep.
Like the flute or a bottle.
So I like how
behind here.
Yeah, so I like how Toplife was using the mirror to do mirror deleting of blocks in Blind Sight. You don't see that every day.
I don't think it's
hey, there's that bottle.
Much faster. It might be a little faster. I don't know. I never timed it.
I mean, how often do you have the mirror when you go in there? I mean, it happens. But then when you do, like, how often do you actually think about it? Hey, I have the mirror in Blind Sight, so I can delete some blocks. Ooh, Illa's gonna go from Mini Moldorm to Dam and probably into an early Agina check. That's always interesting.
Yeah, this is a less usual play, I would say.
Yes.
So the danger with this particular play is you get the more dense, the faster checks in the middle, but then Ice Rod Cave and or Agina's Cave gets super orphaned.
Oh, there's a glove.
Opportunities to do them later, but only if the right items show up.
Yeah. Well, the dam was pretty worthless.
Well, it looks like he will be going to Agina, so just Ice Rod Cave getting orphaned.
Yeah. I mean, Agina's Cave is that one place where, I mean, if it's got something good, especially if it's late game good, It might be a while before Top Life gets there, especially if we don't see a flute.
Oftentimes you'll see players do this play the opposite way. Start at the dam and then go all the way to Ice Rock Cave and Orphan Agina.
I think that's the more normal approach, but I mean,
And then sometimes you'll see players do it in with a save and quit. Do dam to Agina, bite one on one save and quit, and then do mini Moldrum to Ice Rock Cave on another.
Yep. But today, just a heart piece.
Finding something early on Agina is you feel real good for quite a while.
Yeah, so. You do. Library with just a heart container, so we won't be picking that up later. And this looks like Illus is going to do south to north for Kakariko. The main prize in Kakariko really was just that glove, I think. We did see a quake and a cape, so those are kind of more to be determined.
What? The Moon Pearl.
Oh, we got the Moon Pearl. I missed that. It's on the tracker, though.
I think it was in the well.
That's important. Yeah, looks like Top Life can do a little more standard routing. Going to do the dam first. Does grab those rupees.
No, he doesn't.
No, he transitioned before he got them. Oops.
No, yeah, that only works if you're on the same super tile.
Yeah. Just get cross that screen a little bit too quickly. If he finds himself $20 short for Zora at some point, or for Pod, or fill in the blank place where you need money, he's gonna feel real bad.
Speaking of money,
chances are he'll be fine.
Illus going out of the way for this extra 300. That will be very nice because we didn't find any money on South Shore.
Yeah, Illus knows that.
Zora ends up being a thing anyway.
I mean, Top Life can go back and get that if he needs to. If Zora does become a thing, he knows it's there. I mean, it's got to be faster than some of the farming possibilities, depending on what we get. I mean, there's
I think Houlihan's probably faster.
Yep.
Yeah, Houlihan's definitely faster, surely. Right?
I've not timed it. I don't know. But it is an option.
Yeah, some prizes. Red 20s, too. That's pretty fast in its own right.
Yeah.
Alright, Sick Kid is the one thing. No, he did do Sick Kid, didn't he? No, he didn't.
He didn't have a bottle. The bottle
is just a piece of heart. But Top Life doesn't know that. As far as Top Life knows, that's the hammer or the mitts or something.
Yeah. Illus down to 3 bombs, gonna buy 10 more. He's got plenty of money to do that since he went ahead and grabbed that extra 300.
Yeah, Top Life gonna show us.
Yeah, we're gonna see that Ice Rod Cave. We'll see if Illus made a mistake in leaving this behind.
It's funny how aggressive Top Life's being on farming these rupees, but he skipped out on the 300.
I know, right? It's hard to go back though when you scout it. Like, if you blind check the race game, you're gonna grab that 300. Yeah. But if you scout it, it's like, I could use that, but that's long, and Ice Rock Cave had nothing. So logically, at this point, we have Eastern. We could go up the mountain, but that would not be in logic because no lamp or flute.
We could
do Zora.
Dark Aga.
Oh, fun! That sounds like a great idea. Now.
Flute on the Hylia Island.
Oh, that's important. But we're a little ways away from getting that. We need the rest of our Dark World access, and we'll need flippers to get it in logic. You can. There is a way to get it with boots if you want to do a water walk. You cannot get it with fake flippers, though. Top Life, gonna stay in logic and at least check Saha.
Yeah, honestly, like, unless your out-of-logic checks are just super efficient or dense.
Yep. Yeah, if you had a hook shot.
It makes a bit more sense to stay in logic and go to the place that you know has something good. Unfortunately, that something good might just be a shovel.
It could be.
No way to know. And from Top Life's point of view, it could still be Sick Kid, which would be super unfortunate.
Yep. I mean, Hera is a crystal. We have a mirror, can go in the dungeon without a hook shot. We can't guarantee that we can do it because no fire source. It's an awful long way to walk if it turns out that the big key is vanilla. And if we enter Eastern, we hope to never come back because it's a pendant.
If Illus also goes into Eastern, looks like he will. It's tempting to like save and quit and just turn in the shovel real quick, but
It is, but that's slow.
you don't want to do that if you don't have to. Because
Yeah, the
walking
shovel
walking
spot-
back to Eastern would be terrible.
Yeah, that shovel spot's in such a bad location too, because you can't flute to it easily. Not that we have the flute, but
Our second chest, still nothing.
10
Darn.
arrows.
One thing I like to do with Eastern is if I find something good, like Darkhold Access good in the first or second chest, I just leave.
Yep. Well, especially when the last chest, the big key chest, isn't even in logic, and you can't even do Armos Knight. So, if it does become required to do those things, maybe you'll have like a boots or a lamp, or maybe both of those things to make it a lot faster and easier. Or we can get 2 crap items and have to follow that shovel.
What was in the first chest?
We've gotten a compass. We've gotten arrows and a piece of hurt. So we're completely out of logic now. Yep, we're out of logical checks. But you're already here, so gonna get that big key. I mean, this. I don't know. I could see leaving at this point. If this were a crystal, you might as well just go get that big key. So when you come back, you just go straight to the back. This being a pendant.
What Top Life's doing, because like anything after the second chest, you're already like really committed to this dungeon with the time you spent.
And that'd be the reason why you'd stay, yeah.
Yeah, to leave at that point would be really unfortunate if you had to come back.
I mean, these dark rooms are among the easiest dark rooms in the game, so it's not very hard to get through. And for me, it's the one set of dark rooms I can do without any kind of visual cue, so...
Illus, following Top Life here, also going to do the dark room. To head to this possibly map in the big chest.
It could be a map.
Oh,
it is a map.
Feels bad, man. Item on Pendant Armos.
And you hope you don't have to come back for it. And shovel time.
Real unfortunate if it's not the shovel, because Top Life is gonna go into CAC to do Sick Kid. Although I guess that wouldn't be.
Do we have anything else left?
Like the worst. Yeah, Zora.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's probably just the shovel.
I mean, they gave us the shovel. It should mean something, right? Those early fetch quests. It's the lamp.
It's the lamp.
Well, Aga's in logic. And we can go with the mountain. I think you go with the mountain now, because now Hera's going to be full clearable no matter what, so...
Yeah, definitely.
And that is a crystal, so you're going to have to do it at some point.
Of course, it's the lamp. Alright, and this is where we see the time save from Illus and South Shore first. Because he will not be walking back to...
Sick Kid.
Back to Sick Kid, yeah. Oh, Illus not even going to do the shovel. Looks like he's headed straight to the mountain.
Now, if Dark World shows up on the mountain, this will be fine. He doesn't necessarily need the lamp. Depends, as long as the fire rod is not fire locked, we can get through the game with just fire rod.
Yeah, that would be quite unfortunate if it ends up being like Hammer and Hair Basement.
The biggest risk is since we can't sequence break through Hera with a hook shot here. Again, if the big key is fire locked, then Illus won't be able to finish Hera. We did see nothing on Lumberjack, so if we're killing Aga, it's for Dark World Axis.
Both players doing this check. And both players going through the 6 pushes. It's slightly faster to walk around to the left of the Lumberjacks than to go through the bushes. Unless you have boots and a sword, anyway.
We got one of those. We don't have both.
I mean, I guess from Illus's point of view, it might be like Ice Rod Cave too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, if it's Zora.
Okay, he's just getting
he's
the
not. Yeah,
save
just
equip
getting
point.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's Zora, he can do that with Ice Rod Cave pretty easily.
All right, cool. All right, we're getting our shuffle check.
Okay, gonna get that lamp. We'll be able to just save and quit. I was thinking maybe he was.
Topplife?
Those
No.
dead rocks. Everything up here does a full heart of damage, so yeah. Okay, he's fine now. If he dies, he just goes right back to the old man. It's fine. It's fine.
Maybe he kills Aga. Probably not.
Yeah, I was thinking that when Illus was not doing that dig spot, that if we get regular Dark World access, he'd be able to go to that with the mirror, as he does the rest of the South Dark World checks. Oh, there's a nice rod.
Nice rod.
I mean, Turtle Rock's probably a crystal. Do you grab that now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I'm not sure if there's a better time to grab it anyway. Just a, if on the off chance the Turtle Rock's a pendant, you can save a few seconds by just skipping it for now.
Yeah, it's just like same as if it was the Ether Medallion or something. Like, I might not need this, but...
That makes sense. Topplife, setting up for the bomb jump.
Alternatively, you could, like, grab it after Hera, which works out.
Oh, we just got a map check from Illus, and the only thing I saw was it looks like Turtle Rock is indeed a pendant.
Naturally.
So, and I think he must have gone in and seen that ice rod, so he's gonna skip it for now. That's just rude.
I think even if she has a pendant, you probably still grab it.
I mean, you never know. You might need it. Illus grabs a hook shot in Hera, so I guess we could have done this without fire.
I bet Illus is going to grab it. He's just doing it after Hera. Because then you could save and quit instead of doing the bomb jump.
There's a big key, and Illus is going to go ahead and do the Hera pot anyway. I'm going to assume that's a death warp. Topplife was pretty low on health.
Hera pot to skip the big key is a moderately risky play in a situation where we're looking for Dark World access, but we have the big key. I just realized, so it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Yeah, but it's not as much of a time save when you have to do that many menu buffers to get it to work.
Yeah, you have to do it pretty quick to time save over just climbing.
And the other item is even in the big chest. But we're done with items, so we don't have to do the basement, which is always nice.
Woo-hoo.
Life will sweat it out for just a little bit longer because he gets that small key, which you never want to see in Hera.
That mini Moldorm bio. Go away!
It does get the bomb jump. That's not a hard bomb jump, but it is a scary bomb jump because 2 floors down is what you fall if you miss it. And relatively vanilla Moldorm.
If you're pretty adept at the spin slash setup to land on that last pixel, then it's not very difficult at all. But if you are somebody who normally only ever does like the boot setups, then yeah, that's a pretty terrifying bomb jump.
Okay, Illus using the cape to finish off Moldorm. So not quite a vanilla fight. I mean, we didn't have boots either, so. But normally you don't have that cape.
Close enough.
Both runners, well, Illus has this, but they're both using the cape. Nice. Illus gets his first crystal, topplife about to get his first crystal, and Illus says, you know what, I am gonna, just in case, I'll go get that ice rod.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
But now we have a hook shot, we can do all of East Death Mountain in the light world.
Yeah, Illus just grabs his ice rod after doing Hera so that he can save and quit out. The punish would have been like if it was the hammer in Hera or something. Because then he would have to do the bomb jump anyway and then mirror twice a second time.
And we are going to head over to Paradox Cave and see what the East has for us. The runners are hoping for a second glove, or even better, a hammer.
Hammer would be divine.
I mean, a second glove would be nice, just because you could do the Dark Death Mountain checks as well. But it's such bad Dark World access compared to what the hammer gives you. Plus then when you're going to Thieves Town, it's like, do I finish Thieves Town and risk orphaning the big chest?
How about we find the second glove, and then we go to the Dark World and we find the hammer right away.
That works. I like that.
Let's just do that. If these guys were good at the game, that's what they would do.
Or we could find a book.
So bad.
No. That is the last thing you want to see here, because if you don't get your hammer or your glove in Spiral Cave, it becomes, do I walk all the way over to Desert to go see if my glove or my hammer is in Desert when I don't even have boots and it's a pendant dungeon?
Absolutely what you do.
Or do I just risk it?
The alternative is to just kill Aga, which is very difficult to come back from if you're wrong.
I think if you're wrong, whichever one you're wrong on is the time waste. Like, I think they're both bad. Like, if Desert was a crystal, it'd be
1v1 though, right? It's 1v1, so
yeah,
your opponent might just do the same thing as you in this 50-50
That's what you hope.
Situation.
If you get it wrong, you're really hoping that your opponent did the same thing. Oh, hi, Bombos. That's a nice item. It'll give us Ice Palace at some point. Might get us into Misery Mire. It doesn't help us avoid Aga.
Oh,
Top life going for the Aga play. Illus, what are you gonna do?
Really? He's grabbing hearts.
Also, there's also Ether Tab. We can check Ether Tab. We can't get the item, so never mind.
They're both doing Aga.
They're both doing Aga.
What? I would have said like 100 times out of 100 times you go to Desert here. But all right. I mean, as long as they do the same thing, then nobody's ahead or behind, right?
That's right. I mean, Top Life's a teensy-weensy bit ahead, although I think Illus has done more checks. Oh no, Illus is the one that didn't do Ice Rod Cave, which is nothing, so...
Yeah, Illus didn't do Ice Rod, and then Top Life didn't do Agina.
Right, okay.
Neither have been to the Flipper checks, and obviously neither are going to Desert.
Right, Zora is still an option. Maybe it's the hook shot. I mean, that does give him access to the west.
Yeah, but the hook shot gave us the book.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like if East Death Mountain was empty or something, then I'd feel a lot stronger about crossing the river or whatever. But like the hook shot already led to something. It was the book.
Well, they don't want to go to Pendant Desert. I can't say I blame them, but we'll see. We'll find out.
The real kicker is when Aga was the play, but it was to grab the first chest in pod or something. And the hookshot was nothing the whole time.
I mean, and it could even be that Aga ends up being required, but there's still something good over at Desert, so they might have to go there eventually anyway. Now, if they can just get the flippers before that, so they can grab the flute to make it easier. Also going to point out, Fighter Sword, Aga Tower kind of sucks.
It's a little less than ideal. Topplife making use of his bomb.
Yeah, I like to use the bomb. Just kill everything. They're both doing it.
Yeah, this is slow. It's like Bombos is slow, but it's generally faster than what is
Fighter
it like
Sword.
4 or 5 slashes per red guard.
At least. I mean, if you had a fire rod or something like that, yeah, that's a nice item to have in this climb. But we don't have that. We don't even have a hammer. We just have Bombos and Fighter Sword. And then we can go through this room. I kind of like to call this one the stupid room because you have 3 annoying enemies. You just walk right by them.
Bye.
Nice use of the boomerang there. I like that. Top low, just knocking that guard off like this. With that tiny little boomerang.
Illus did the more normal strat, where you just trust that you pumped correctly, and then you can throw the boomerang straight at him. It's a little faster.
Hey chat, how many blue balls are we gonna get? And please no 15s.
15 would be amazing. I would love to have my own, like find a 15 blue ball seed or cast one.
You realize that if any of your viewers ever get the 15 blue ball seed, now they're going to send that right to you.
No, I say that. Please give me a 15 blue ball seed. I'm only aware of one person having received a 15 blue ball Aga.
That was NMG. It's the same person
twice.
Yeah,
same person twice.
How do you get that unlucky? And also, I have not been counting, so chat will have to bail me out.
Well, this is our second lightning attack, so at least 3. Okay, at least 4.
5.
At least 5. At least 6. Can we go for the 3rd lightning attack? Aww.
Okay. Looks like we ended it. According to chat, it was 6, so wow. That's a lot of blue balls.
Illus saving a lot of time on his Aga fight there.
Okay, what do we have at the pyramid ledge?
I was kidding. You did not catch it?
No, I didn't.
I said Illus's Aga fight was faster. I was just kidding, though.
It feels like he caught up, but it couldn't have been faster.
No, it was he caught up in the other rooms.
We're going straight. Are we going? Okay, we're not going to pod. That makes sense because we don't have a bow or a hammer. And hammer, bow is pod.
Illus, then they're both skipping catfish too.
Yeah, no catfish.
This is aggressive.
I mean, without the flippers, do we have anything to splash delete? I don't think we do. To do the waterfall cave.
Nope.
So maybe they want to wait and do all that together?
Yeah, possibly. And once you've killed Aga with the mirror, it's really fast to just get back to that area. Just walk the catfish.
Oh, hello, Fire Rod. I guess technically that's behind fire if Aga was required. But hey, now we can full clear Skull Wood, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't think we're in like the ideal equipment set for that.
No,
but
no,
especially
Fighter
Illus,
Sword
oh my
Moth,
God.
not exactly the greatest fight ever.
Illus getting bullied.
I think we
Bullied.
have a red. Do we have a red potion? I'm trying to remember what potion we have. I want to say it's a red.
I have no idea.
Red and a bee. We could let that bee out. The bee could fight Moth for us.
Who would win though?
I've seen that. The bee does not survive the entire fight.
That's
so.
top line.
Cape is not for those bombs. I mean, it is for those bombs, but no one's gonna pick them up.
Yeah, Mothula is unique. It's one of the bosses that the bee can actually do damage to, but it's not really safe because every time Mothula gets hit, he kind of like rebounds, right? And sometimes he rebounds in a really unexpected way. So the bee hitting him really often while you're in the same room surrounded by spikes can be dangerous.
It's going straight for the middle. Top life. I like this key layout where you go and you check that first chest and it's just a small key because then you just check the rest of the front. Top life probably hoping to find another sword before he goes into this. So far, just a map. And a compass. And there's another key for Illus. And he's going to keep going to the back. There's the big key for top life.
Yeah, going to the back first makes a lot of sense with it being a crystal and everything. The only downside is now you have to fight Mothula earlier.
Potentially with less good equipment. The entire front was keys.
Everything in the back.
So everything's in the back. Illus is going to check. This is going to work out well for Illus. He's going to check this chest to get an item, and he'll get an item on Moth, and he'll never have to go into the front.
Hey,
I mean, a heart container
something
makes it a little
useful.
safer. Yeah, I mean, it's useful. It wasn't the most useful thing you could find, but it's definitely a useful thing. Poor Top Life is going to full clear the dungeon. But yeah, on this equipment, I would have done the same thing Top Life did, so certainly an understandable choice. Ill's going to save magic by using the lamp, so he can use more fire rod shots on Moth. I like that. Okay, but then he does an extra shot on the fire rod, so never mind.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out so well. He was trying, and then the mummies just said no. He's got an extra key though, so he doesn't have to kill the Gibdo in the last room, so that's always nice.
I think usually you'd kill that Gibdo anyway, just so you can be guaranteed not have to fall down the hole in the front.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I would do, but it's gonna work out for Illus. He doesn't know it.
Item. And even if he didn't need a second item, there's a key in that other chest.
Top Life, on the other hand, has gotten all the items, so he'll know.
Oh, nice fight.
Oh, nice. Grab that.
Oh, nice full magic drop from Top Life.
Oh, and he got the fire rod shot in time. Did we see a hammer? Getting all excited because Top Life grabbed that magic drop in time to shot the fire rod, grabbed the magic drop, and was able to still get that full refill. But a hammer on Moth. And chat suggesting a head check, and that's what we're getting.
Yeah, this is the time to do it.
Oh, you're never going to be closer. And just a piece of heart, so... Sorry, chat. Doesn't quite confirm that Aga was required yet. We still haven't seen the other glove. It could show up in desert.
Yeah, it's certainly possible, but
it is less likely at this point that this isn't an Aga required scene.
Having found the hammer specifically over here, all your worries are kind of gone at this point. Because like the one thing you didn't want to happen was to come over here and have to do things like Orphan the Thieves Town Big Chest.
Yeah, it's the worst. You know, you go in and you see that small key in the front four, and you're like, well, it's not hammer lock, so the hammer could be here, or I could be leaving something in the big chest. Topplife doesn't want to go back into the dark world. Maybe he's gonna go back in the portal. Very specifically picking up that bomb so he could not go through the portal.
I don't know which is faster.
I mean, arguably, you don't have. I mean, you have these transitions, but you also don't have to go through the Skullwoods dungeon, so I don't know.
Or the 50 bushes.
Yeah.
Maybe like one's faster with the boots and one's better without.
Yeah, I could buy that. And Illus heading into Thieves Town. I think he did C-shaped house and just the chess game. We'll see if Topplife does the Bombable Hut as well. Another sword would be nice. Boots would be really nice for Thieves Town, but the main thing is we got that hammer, so we don't have to worry about orphaning anything anymore. Okay, Topplife also gonna go in without checking the Bombable Hut.
Yeah, you have to ration two competing ideas with your routing of Village of Outcasts. On one hand, you want to have an efficient walk through the area and not have to like backtrack to reach a location you had walked past earlier. On the other hand, if you spend too much time in Thieves Town, you might forget that you skipped some of the checks outside.
It does happen. I remember watching a friend of mine walk right past the Bombable Hut. It didn't end up having anything. It didn't affect him, but he walked right past that hut, and I'm like, okay, I really hope that's got nothing.
I think C-shaped house is in my like top 5 most skipped locations.
You know, and people always say that why is it always a thing I skipped that has something? Well, it's not quite. It doesn't quite work that way because usually when you skip something like that, you never know you skipped it.
Yeah, you're skipping things all the time.
And you only know you skipped it because it ended up having something.
This is a much less stressful dungeon than Skullwoods was. On this amount of hearts, even on Greenmail, you're not really worried about anything.
And you've got the hook shot for those crickets, and you know, that helps out a little bit. I mean, the Hellway's still the Hellway, but other than that, it's not too bad. And more bombs.
Nice maneuver there from Illus. So he does a manual stair lag cancel, which is to hold right or left as you come out of a spiral staircase in order to stop a weird stair lag that would normally happen. And in that particular situation, it allows him to get through the spikes on their first cycle without taking damage. It's a really tight trick, but it's pretty neat when it pull it off.
Oh, nice use of hook shot there. You know, we get the small key. I don't think we've gotten both map and compass, so I guess we're checking the big chest.
I've got it too.
It's just the map.
the map.
Just the map.
Oh.
Ooh. That feels bad.
I think he would have preferred to walk around the Bari, but it was in his way.
Topplife also gonna get that map. So that means Blind has an item.
And a crystal.
What a deal.
It's Christmas here in Thieves Town.
I mean, Yoshi's dressed for it. He's got that hat there.
Nice
I'm not sure if
fight
it's supposed to
from
be a
Illus.
Santa hat, but sure looks like one to me.
What? He's not wearing a hat at all. What are you talking about?
Oh, he doesn't have one.
You mean like the...
Oh, there's the other Yoshi sprite must have. I think there's a Yoshi sprite that does have. Oh, because when he turns, it kind of looks like a.
It
kinda
like
looks,
spikes or hair.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. It kind of looks like a hat, though.
It's frills. It's frills. Nice fight from Topplife as well. Did you know that Blind is a scripted fight?
I did know that.
The bow
And
in the brewery. Nice.
That's a good item to find there because it wouldn't have helped you in Thieves Town, but you want it, so. That works
Now we
out
can
well.
full clear Eastern Palace.
Yeah, he's not going back.
Probably
But
not.
Pod's an option.
Yes, definitely.
The first digging game.
All right, this is your chance to come to pull ahead. Topplife, just skip the digging game.
That's a lot of digs. Okay, you
All
don't
right,
skip the digging
it's a good thing you didn't skip it, Topplife.
I mean, there's 2 other swords. You could still have gotten all the way to Tempered. Or we could be stuck on Masters, so... We don't know. But that's a lot of digs for that sword.
Yeah, our route at the moment is pretty much set in stone. We have Crystal Dungeon we can full clear over at Palace of Darkness, and in between here and there is Pyramid Fairy. So I can't imagine our players doing anything other than just doing these South Dark World checks into Pyramid Fairy and then Pod right after.
Yeah, that's a very early Pyramid Fairy. And we don't need money anymore, so Illus turns right back around and ignores that $50. Yeah, chat asking if they will do a Bombos tablet check. Well, I mean, you could.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, it's a little out of the way.
Yeah, I guess.
It looks like Illus isn't going to do it right now.
I mean, they both skip Catfish, so it makes sense that they would feel like skipping something like this too, especially with what they have in front of them. I would personally never skip it in a million years, but I would have done Catfish and gone to Desert too, so what do I know?
Desert could still have the mitts.
Yeah, they're both... These guys are pretty much lockstep here, going to the
Yeah,
same
pretty
places.
much. I mean, if Desert were to have the mitts when they got them, they'd both be like, oh no. Okay, we are going to see a Pyramid Fairy. So I don't believe Hype Cave had anything for us. And all of a sudden, we're up to 12 hearts. And Ill's forgetting to use the Aga shortcut. We'll see if Topplife remembers.
Oh, right. I was wondering, like, why is chat freaking out with their Illus pleases? What is he doing wrong? I forgot. They both forgot.
I didn't even think of it either, but I immediately, I saw chat mention it. So.
Topplife remembered. Okay,
That's why they're here. Hey, more money!
It seemed like Topplife also forgot, but it's because usually when I do the Aga shortcut, I'll jump off the ledge and then just do the bomb dupe.
Oh, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, Pyramid Fairy, nothing for us. Unless you count the red bottle that Illus got.
Alright, top life making up time. A little bit every now and then.
So, plenty of money for Pod. At this point, I mean, we have plenty of money for everything. And we haven't even started seeing those green 20s yet.
We have not seen Catfish and the flipper checks, no. That was possible to do right then, though. Like, if you felt okay with, like, putting off Pod for a little bit. Because now that we have the bow, you can set up splash deletes to get fake flipper to Waterfall Fairy, and then also for the Zor Ledge.
It's still kind of slow, and you've got a full clearable crystal dungeon right here. I think you do this. Illus doing this in a slightly different order than I'm normally accustomed to. Is going to do the right side right now.
Yeah, more typical routing would be to grab the arena bridge first. Yeah, I thought that's what Topplife's doing.
Yep.
Especially in this situation where you don't have boots, so like getting back up to the ledge real quick doesn't really exist.
There are the flippers.
All right, and our flute by proxy.
Yep.
And that is a second non-key over there, so that actually tells Illus that every other chest in the front here is going to be a small key.
We'll be able to skip this big key chest that Topplife just checked. Also says that this is entirely not bow locked.
Right. Not that it matters because we have a bow, though.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it would have mattered if they'd come in after killing Aga, which would have been an option. It's not the option I would take because no bow, no hammer. But you know, it was an option.
A little risky.
Just getting that big key.
And that was our 6th small key, so... I'm sorry, our 5th small key, so 6th small key has to be in Harmless Hallway.
Always nice to be able to skip that room. But yeah, chat pointing out that we're getting close, actually pretty close to Goma. We know where the flute is, so we don't have to worry about that. Red Cane needs to show up because we do Misery Mire.
Maybe Ether.
Maybe Ether.
And maybe boots, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I mean, we want to find the boots for sure, like no question, but we don't want to need the boots, if that makes sense. And we need those mitts. Always easy to forget those, but we're gonna find those soon. There's just not that many places left for them to be.
So after Pod here, assuming that Helmut Sword doesn't drop anything, our runners have some nice checks in front of them. You know, full clearing swamp isn't like your favorite thing to do ever, but it is a dense area with many checks that is also required. And then if they're not really feeling the swamp checks, neither of them have done the flipper checks.
Yeah, let's say, do you do Catfish and Dezora? first. Because you could just death warp here to the pyramid, which is probably faster than walking out of pod and just walk up there.
No, I think you walk out up here and get a hobo and then the island, right?
Yeah, that's another good one.
Or you just
you
swamp
want
and then
that
walk
flute.
over to the flute afterwards. It depends on like how much you care about doing swamp. Like if you don't mind full clearance, then you just go swamp first.
Also, how much are you worried about orphaning catfish? Because once you've got the flute, you're not going catfishes over. You're just gonna flute to 8.
I mean, you don't
Yeah,
have
I
to.
like that hobo, the hobo into island play. That's a good idea. Aren't turtles flipping when I don't want them to flip? Okay, Helma. 17 hammer hits. Illus chooses not to use the sword buffer.
Yeah, holding your sword out is more of a safety thing. And so if you're feeling pretty confident about your chances of staying alive, it's not super necessary.
He's got 10 hearts. He's fine. The pothead flippers.
And swamp requires flippers. It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, let's go swamp. Let's go. Well, let's get the flute first, because we'll need that anyway.
I think
it's a good. Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I do like the hobo flute. Hobo's just such a terrible location. Like, I just don't feel like it fits in with the other flippers checks. Oh, topplife bringing out the bombs. You see, now I don't know how many more hammer shots he needs. Because why 17? Like, you'd think it'd be like, was it 4 bombs? So it'd be like 16 versus, like one hammer. Or, it's 5. Oh, see, that doesn't make sense either. So how does, you can't translate them. The numbers don't work. Okay, Illus is going straight to swamp. Not even to go get that flute yet.
Topplife running into a little trouble here.
He's got a cape. He's fine.
Saves his potion by using the cape. Bombs are apparently worth 4 hammer hits each. So you're
right. Yeah, because in the last one, your 5th bomb does extra damage.
So I guess you could do with quickswap. It'd probably be pretty efficient if you could quickly get 4 hits in with the bombs and then 1 extra hammer hit.
There you go.
Or if you could somehow just like throw bombs in between your hammer hits and it'd not completely ruin your fight. Oh, topplife, you kill that guy. Unless this is your plan.
Maybe it's. I mean.
Oh, this is his plan. Never mind.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go get that flute, and I think it's a little quicker to save and quit to the pyramid here. Or maybe he's gonna do catfish. One or the other. We're going down, so it's gonna be.
Hobo.
I think it's gonna be a hobo into the island, like you said. Oh, hi, mushroom. Because we just need a fetch quest here.
Well, now we can turn in the mushroom on our way to catfish.
Oh, there you go.
Good looking out, game. Illus doesn't know about the flute. Also,
he doesn't.
Noting.
Okay.
He never scouted that like Topplife did.
Gotcha. And there's our first green 20. Which could be the silvers, or could be, I don't know, he might be maxed out on one of either heart pieces or heart containers.
Yeah, pretty likely, since we're at 12 hearts already.
Oh, chat's saying Ills did scout the flute, so.
Oh, did they? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought only Topplife did.
Well, either way, Toplife's getting it right now. Going to save and quit. Probably going to go right to activate it. So if ether's not required for Meyer, and if we manage to find Arcane beforehand, we could have the fabled Mitz Go mode.
On pedestal.
We've checked beds, so it can't be there.
Oh, I mean, I guess also Turtle Rock is
Yeah, also Turtle Rock.
I can dream, can't I?
Well, chat's suggesting it'd be just on Green Pendant, which would be really bad. Or there's still an item on Armos Knights. if you really want to troll the runners.
So gross.
That would be so gross. To be clear, there's ether, so yeah, we just need a cane to make it Mitz Go mode. To be clear, I do not wish anything be on Armos Knights.
Well,
or we could just find our Mitz there, and now we have to search the world for a cane.
Never Mitz Go mode. No.
Never. Mitz Go mode, cane Go mode. What's the difference? Only, 20 checks or so? Also, Aga was required. Also, now we have the prospect of Misery Mire without the cane, Ice Palace without the cane. Oof. I guess you do ice, because, it's still a crystal that you have to do. There's also Smith Chain. There's a whole lot of bad checks coming up. Or bad choices. Up until now, I feel like, other than do you do Aga or do you go Desert, I feel like the choices have been relatively simple.
Yeah, a little unfortunate here because, we can't full clear Mire, although we can totally get in.
Yep.
And we could full clear Ice, but it'd be so much faster if we had the cane.
Yep.
So you kind of feel pressure to doing Overworld as long as it's not too terrible. But that only leaves us, Dark Death Mountain and, the Mire checks?
We have Dark Death Mountain, we have the Mire checks, we have the Smith Chain, and we still haven't done the Zora area, so... Ugh. And there's that mushroom. It could be the mushroom.
And we are not going back into Swamp Palace.
Illus says, you know what? If my cane's on that side, then I guess I'm probably gonna lose. I don't blame him for not going. Yeah, left side swamp,
I mean, they've made
so
all the
slow.
same gambles.
I know, right?
At this point. Despite having a lot of possibility for variance, our runners have not done anything different from one another, except, maybe the order they did things sometimes.
Yeah, the very
Illus
beginning.
skipping Hobo.
Yeah, Illus is going straight into... No, is this Zora? And this is Zora.
Skipping a Hobo and Catfish by proxy.
We know Hobo is nothing. We don't know about Catfish. And Waterfall Fairy is nothing. Oh, okay, just doing the 2 checks. This means it is Ice Palace. Okay. Get to see a good old-fashioned Ice Palace bomb jump. Unless it's in the first chest.
What a weird thing for him to do.
Yeah, I don't know that I understand just doing the 2. I know Zora's really slow, but... I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he's gonna mirror after Ice and then go back in the whirlpool to head over to Zora then?
Maybe? But then why not just do the whole thing afterwards?
Yeah, I don't know. It was especially with the flute, right? Because, you just save and quit from Zora, go activate your flute, which you're gonna have to do later anyway, and then just flute back to Ice if that's what you wanted to do. But whatever. He probably has Illus vision.
We get the big key
He sees the code of the Matrix.
See, and it's a shame because when you get I guess we would be go moding Ice if we got the cane, so it doesn't matter. But that big key in that first chest is nice. It means you don't have to worry about the big key being in the bad spot if you choose not to hit the switch. But since we're bomb jumping, it's irrelevant.
This is a big play, though, for Illus to come into Ice Palace at this point. Like if the cane's here, like this, you stand to gain a lot of time
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
versus like full clearing everything.
As I often like to say, you still need to know how to do this trick because every once in a while the cane is behind here. And you don't want to be doing ice the intended way.
Yeah, that'd be pretty gross. Been a long time since I had to do something like that.
Yeah, I figure. I mean, it used to be that the Ice Palace bomb jump was the first trick you learned when you start playing Randomizer in this game. Now I'd say maybe it's the second one because I think Silverless Ganon probably tops it a little bit.
Yeah, I like putting Silverless Ganon at the top of that list. But the truth is, like, there's like 10 tricks that you probably should know if you plan to be competitive at all, and then 100 more after that if you really want to.
If you want to win a tournament,
You want to save. Yeah, it's like 10 tricks to save the first 20 minutes, and then
Yep.
100 tricks to save the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We got an ugly layout here. Illus having to
Yeah.
go the long way. And Toplife getting a Bombos tablet check-in.
Also didn't go to the left side. Just 10 arrows. Toplife heading to the mire area.
The boots!
Woohoo! Well,
And
at least Ice Tea was worth it.
The boots in a gross layout version of Ice Tea.
If Toplife this is actually kind of interesting because if Toplife finds the cane before he goes to ice, he's not getting those boots. Like, if you're only gonna skip one item in Ice Palace, that's the location you're skipping.
Oh, Illus hasn't done the right side.
No.
Oh, that's why he had a gross layout. Because he was, he was skipping the right side.
It's a little ironic when you get the boots and it's the wrong red item. But I guess it's a good consolation prize. Powder's nice.
Fetch quest.
I mean, if you're gonna get a fetch, well, we've got all the fetch quests now, but if you're gonna get one, you might as well get the one that actually has other uses. Magic. Well, Toplife will get that one, because, I mean, even in Go Mode Ice, there's a good chance. Well, I shouldn't say will, but even in Go Mode Ice, if there's any chest you're gonna check, it's probably that one.
Yeah, especially if you don't have the boots, which he wouldn't have in Go Mode Ice.
Okay, Toplife, where are we headed next? Okay. Mountain Cave doesn't help because we're going to pull out the flute and we're going to go... Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, just... Okay, no, it is... both there, I thought it was doing Dark Death Mountain. That looks like Ice and or Zora checks.
See if he does the same thing Illus did and just do Waterfall Fairy. Meanwhile, Illus starting that cold stare fight.
I'm gonna save some magic using the bombos and probably pull up the fire rod.
Master Sword is it's a weapon, but Fire Rod's a much better weapon.
Fire rod's a great weapon against cold stare. Okay, just 20 rupees on the ledge.
20 rupees on the boss too.
So Ice had good stuff. And, you know, I mean, it's still a 1 in 22 chance those boots are required, but it's not the stuff we're looking for. But very nice consolation prizes. And Zora was nothing. Topplife just gonna save and quit, so...
Yeah, and then Illus going back in. All right, so both players have pretty much conceded Catfish.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I know Catfish is pretty fast compared to like having to walk there normally since we have the Aga portal, but when you've already done all the other checks around it,
Yep.
it's very difficult to decide to route it in.
Well, we've got Catfish Orphan, we've got Left Side Swamp, all orphaned. Topplife looks like he's gonna do Dark Death Mountain, so
Yeah, it's
we'll
not-
see if he gets his cane.
It's definitely not the first check that they've left behind, let's see.
No, it's not. We still have... There still could be something in Desert with that book. Actually, we don't even need the book anymore. We got the mirror and the flute. Oh, and mitts. So 6 items here. Good news is it cannot be Turtle Rock.
All right, so we'll see boots checks here from Illus.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Because it looks like Topplife is planning to put off Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Which means much later boots, or maybe not even getting boots at all.
He's not... If he finds Kane, he's not getting boots. Like, I can't see going to Ice Tea if you...
Yeah,
if you're
definitely.
otherwise in go mode. I could see checking literally any other thing in Ice Palace. Nothing is that far out of the way, but Ice Tea is just no. Okay, we'll see if Hookshot Cave is our answer. Or Bonk Rocks. It is not Bonk Rocks.
All right, only other possibility for boots is maybe Desert is boots locked and has the cane or something.
Yep, that could be.
Topplife did not go into Desert earlier, although he did scout out the ledge for us.
Yeah. Looks like Ill's maybe doing Smiths? Well, he's got to activate the flute. We'll see what he does. He might flute to Meyer.
Yeah, I think that would be the most normal thing for him to do next.
Yeah, I think that's a good
So
play.
he'll probably go to Desert instead.
So Topplife looks like he's gonna do Ether Tablet and Spike Cave.
The Ice Rod, right? I forgot.
Yeah, I'm sure the runners are really glad they went out there and got to get that.
It's a weird situation here with the
Ice Rod Cave, yeah, that too.
Because because like you skipped it for so long, so when you're running to it, you're probably saying to yourself, "Please don't be Ice Rod Cave. Please don't be Ice Rod Cave."
You absolutely don't want it to be there.
But at the same time, you're going there.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, Spike Cave. What do we got? Money. Okay. Green 20s.
All right, our options are dwindling fast. We have Left Side Swamp, Catfish,
Desert.
Yeah, Desert Palace,
Mire.
Going into Mire, Armos.
Our options are getting grosser and grosser.
Smith sequence.
Smiths.
Topplife going up to Catfish now.
I mean, at this point, there's no good time to do it, so. And he can no longer pair it in with the Zora checks because he did those.
Pair it in with that mushroom
pair it with the mushroom. Actually, interesting that when he still has that powder to check, so that could still be a thing. Okay, mushroom, what do you got for us? Another wrong red thing. But hey, we can buy some blue bottles while we're here.
Alright, Illus not going to find anything here in Hookshot Cave. All eyes are on the left side of the screen here. Topplife headed to Catfish. I hope it's catfish. But it's not.
No, not catfish. Illus down to 1 heart. Probably wants to do a spike cave. Maybe he uses one of those bottles to do it. I mean, I think that half magic and cape should be enough to get you all the way through. Or he can get the nice convenient refill from
Yeah,
the
that's
piece
nice.
heart.
I don't think half magic and cape by itself is enough on 1 heart, but with the boots and or hook shot, definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, the hook shot's not going to help you on 1 heart, but because you can't have the cape and the hook shot at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Didn't think about that.
Okay, Top Life going to do the Smith Chain. Really doesn't want to do Ice Palace without the cane.
Who can blame him?
I don't blame him one bit, but oh my god, I mean, the amount of time he's going to spend extra searching stuff without those boots is going to... I don't know who comes out ahead, but he's going to, you know, he's not getting those boots. Unless the cane's behind them, which at this point would only be desert. But he will be able to do Ice Palace a lot faster.
I remember on Discord a couple days ago, Structural Mike said that he timed a bunch of rooms and came to the conclusion that, on average, the boots save 1 minute per 10 minutes that you have them. So nothing too expansive if, you know, I get them at the 10-minute mark and you get them at the 20-minute mark, but if that gap widens, it's pretty bad.
Goes into the mire area. The Top Life going to grab the purple chest, going to drag it to the magic bat. I don't even think we've actually even seen what the Mire medallion is. I mean, at this point, we don't care. We have all the medallions. Okay, magic bat is...
What is it? What is it? 20 rupees.
20 rupees.
Everywhere we go.
You know, we haven't found another sword yet, either.
Question in chat, why would you buy a green potion instead of 2 blues when you have so much money? And the answer is there's a delay between buying potions. It's faster to buy a green and blue rather than 2 blues.
Is it really? Because I've always wondered the same thing.
Yeah, like if you buy a potion, you have to like wait a couple seconds before it lets you buy another of the same kind.
Ah, gotcha. I think I would take my chances on that delay, but you know. Illus into desert.
Oh, I don't know if that's actually what he did. I just was answering a question for why somebody might do that. Yeah, I guess you might buy a green and then drink the green to fill your magic while you're on your way to buy a blue.
Top Life going into
Top Life, wow.
Yeah, did we see both? I guess we must have seen both items in desert, because I saw Illus get some money. I did not see what was on the torch.
I was reading chat.
Oh, yeah, I was watching
Chat says there was a 20 rupee on the torch.
Okay, so it would have to be green pendant for desert to be the answer.
So we're running out of checks here. We got left side swamp, mire, and Armos.
And green pendant.
Yeah, and turning green pendant.
That's so gross. All you know, we said earlier when it came down to just the cane, there was all the bad spots, and all the bad choices, and I feel like the worst ones are left. Now, Misery Mire, depending on where that big key is. If a big key is in a bad enough spot, you actually don't lose a ton of time.
Yeah,
Clearing this.
unless it's like God Mire, then double dipping Mire is less of a time loss than full clearing ice without the cane. You know, of course, then we have to factor in the boots, which
Yes.
that kind of muddies everything.
Yeah, it does. Now, I do wonder if we come up empty here.
Who goes
Toplife
Armos
choices.
first?
Does he finally just go to ice, or does he do?
Yeah, I think Toplife
Green
will have to go
Pendant
to
and
ice.
Armos and left side swamp before going into Ice Palace.
I can't imagine him doing one of those terrible checks over the terrible check at ice. Like it feels okay to put off doing crystal ice without the cane while you're doing like at least, you know, moderately efficient checks. You know, I can do everything in this area that's like 3 or more things.
Yep.
It's okay, it's fine. Maybe I'll get to go mode ice. But when you're doing killing Lammo for Green Pendant and going back into Eastern to kill Armos by himself, like the justification goes by the wayside. That's the wrong cane! Ah!
Thanks, game! I'll probably at least go into yeah, who's gonna do the desert checks that Illus has already done?
Looks like he was trying to go the key sanity route. Where you come in with a small key, so you just go to the right side first.
Yep. It's a great key sanity route. This, however, is not key sanity. Illus getting his blue cane and not happy about it. Did we see both items?
I don't know.
Because cutscene could still be a thing if we haven't.
Did Toplife get one item and then say I'm not doing the cutscene chest?
He might have.
It's so scary.
I know, right?
Man, the amount of courage to skip things that these guys have.
Yeah, there's that red 20.
Toplife is walking outside.
I think he's gonna get
there's not much reason to do this unless he's planning to kill Lammo.
Yeah, because his mirror portal is not here; it's over in front.
We're getting Green Pendant.
I mean, I guess you could turn in the Green Pendant, and if it's nothing, you can go kill Armos Knights. That sounds so bad.
Okay, it was not the cutscene chest, but Toplife doesn't know that.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess I was wrong about his going into Ice Palace. He is not willing to do that.
No, Illus still has Smith Chain. He's gonna do that first. That makes sense. We know this is nothing, but he doesn't know this is nothing. And I'm still amazed that we have not found a sword on our path to nothing. to no red cane, I should say. I'm like only gonna have a few fire rod shots for this fight, so we'll see if he just uses master sword spins or gonna use some bombs. That's interesting. Don't see that every day, especially at hour 23 in. You're using bombs on Lammo. Doing a pretty good job with it, though. And finishing one off with a fire rod shot. I don't think he's got another. He's gonna have to do this with sword spin or something. Yeah, there we go.
Lammo's an odd duck. One of the few bosses where Master Sword slashes do fighter sword damage. So it makes spinning with the Master Sword 4 times stronger than slashing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you gotta turn that green pendant in top life.
Green pendant and Armos. Where do you think it is, Tracy?
I think it's gonna be right here at this point.
Oh,
There it is.
Top life in go mode, unless the boots are required, but probably go mode.
He's gonna have that quick ice palace. Probably gets half magic. Probably doesn't get boots.
Oh, I just noticed there's the tracker isn't showing Top life as having full cleared or having killed Argus. He has. Don't worry, chat.
Yeah, he has.
Our it's not our tracker's fault, but it's the tracker that our tracker is using's fault. The utility, I guess. Oh, Illus going back in for Swamp now. Oh no, Bombo's Talent, maybe not. Probably Swamp after this, though.
He's first doing the purple chest trick here. Hey, look, yes, I do still have the purple chest. Really, I do. Now, it looks like Top Life is going to mostly full clear this, but I still think the one place he's going to skip is going to be Iced Tea, and that's where those boots are.
Definitely skipping Iced Tea.
I mean, he wants boots. He'd like a sword, but I mean, Master Sword Ganon, he knows how to do that. Not going to be going to Iced Tea for that. Does get the half magic, which is really nice.
Illus re-entering the Dark World. This is a swamp play.
I do believe it is. I mean, at this point, he's got Armos, he's got Green Pendant, he's got Left Side Swamp. So what do? You do the one with 2 items.
Yeah.
Like, is it 2 items? You do the one with 2 items?
I believe it is 2 items. So I mean, Illus has had these boots quite a bit longer than Top Life, but like I was saying before, while they save time, it's not an insurmountable amount of time. And doing Left Side Swamp and your opponent gets to skip it entirely, that's a lot of that time saved just getting eaten away.
To all you people that say you never lose for having done Left Side Swamp, well, this could be the example where you lose for having done Left Side Swamp.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's a reason they both skipped it
I know,
initially.
Right?
And not having even picked up the big key in Desert, Illus is pretty de-incentivized for going after land mode.
But hey, he gets a tempered sword. That's such a spot for that. I mean, there's always a sword in Swamp, so why not? Why shouldn't there be a sword there? So Illus with all the good items, and Top Life with the go mode. I mean, unless the 1 in 22 happens. But we'll cross that bridge when it gets here.
Bridges don't move, Tracy.
Oh, okay.
We move to them. Unless it's like an anthropomorphic bridge. I'm trying to think of like maybe a cartoon I saw sometime where there's a talking bridge, but I can't think of one.
I can't think of one either. So at this point, there's nothing left. I don't think there's anything left at this point for Illus to find over here on the left side. I mean, I guess Sankard's probably still out there, but like, who cares? 13 versus 14 hearts.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing about how the heart cap works. It's an individual cap for each contribution. So, and there's 3, right? The heart pieces, the heart containers, and then the single Sank heart. So if you don't find the Sank heart specifically out of all the other checks, your max is actually 13.
Not real significant in hard mode, but in expert mode, where the difference between 7 and 8 actually could matter.
Is the Sank Heart one of your contributions in
Yeah.
that too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's silly. It shouldn't be, I think. That's unfair.
Okay, nothing in left side. So Illus, you got bad choices. Which bad choice are you doing first?
Catfish, I guess? Take the whirlpool?
Yeah, the whirlpool would get you there.
Or hobo, maybe. It hasn't done hobo, I don't think.
Meanwhile, Topplife gonna walk his way through Misery Mire. Will not get the second item. We know it's nothing. It's 20 more rupees to add to his total.
Alright, so Toplife doing the bootsless strat here for Spooky Mire. So often you'll see players do boots, like they'll kick up dust while they place the block. That preserves the altitude value that the bird gave you so you can continue doing spooky. But boots aren't the only thing that can do that. The ice rod and the fire rod, silver arrows, sword beams, things of that nature will also preserve it. So if you don't have the boots, you can still do spooky. Unfortunately, if you're doing the go mode route, you probably don't want to do it in the first room. Gosh darn it.
Okay, let's... Going back to desert, or you going to eastern? Looks like going back to desert. Fortunately, even with the boots, even with that sword, probably not enough. It's a little hard to say for sure when he's got the extra items that Toplife just isn't going to get. And like I said, he does need to go get that big
he's
key.
a bit of ways away. Because I mean, like it's a non-negligible amount of time to
for sure.
even go get the green pendant and turn it in.
Yep. And then
like
if he
was walking into Mire with the cane right now, I'd say yeah, he definitely could make up this time. But
yeah, I agree.
This is going to be rough.
And here's where I'm going to point out: I just love how happy Yoshi looks when he gets a crystal.
Yeah. Is there a sound that Yoshi makes? Because he doesn't talk.
Yeah,
right?
he's like a squeak toy sound of some sort. I think.
Maybe does he say his name like Pokemon do?
No, I don't think so.
Yoshi.
At least not in Super Mario World. I mean, there's a lot of more recent. I mean, I'm an 80s, 90s child. There's a lot of more recent games that I have not played.
Oh, guys, we're headed to Ganon's Tower. I forgot. Right.
Yeah, I see numbers. I mean, we don't have a bot, but I did see numbers.
That was...
Boy, what do those numbers mean?
That was Toplife's 7th crystal, and with 7 crystals, you can get into Ganon's Tower, where there are 22 item locations, one of which will contain the big key that he needs to finish the game. If you'd like to guess which of those locations has that big key, do so now in the chat. 1 through 22. There is no bot running, there is no prize, but it's still fun to play.
With a lot more magic during his
yeah, that was
fight. That was much faster Landmo. And no surprise, since Toplife never opened the TR portal, just gonna walk up the Dark World way and take damage from the Lionels because he doesn't have it. Tempered sword.
If you're wanting Illus to win, I expect you to guess 1, 3, or 7. Which
Or
are the
you can be Mocha Jones in chat and do 1/3/7.
which are the typical location for the boots, or the boots lock check, depending on what route you're doing. So 1 will be our first check here at the torch, and it is go mode.
Bombs. Top life not gonna get boots. He is in go mode. You know, Illus is gonna run through Misery Mire. I'm gonna go to the right.
Nice one cycle on the Wizrobes from Illus, but the final Popo was hiding behind his friend the Beamos.
All right, the next set of checks coming up. And there it is.
Just go to the compass room real quick.
Was that 10?
I wasn't counting. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think that was 10. I'm just doing a little quick math, and it looks like chat says 10 as well. So yeah, I'll take that as confirmation.
Well, I scrolled
No,
up as far as I could.
I shouldn't.
First person to guess 10 was D have word. D have word was the first person to guess correctly, as far as I can tell.
So the question at this point is: Top Life going to find that fourth sword in Ganon's tower? I mean, it's pretty likely it's here since we've seen so much else of the world. But it could be in the basement.
No way it's here.
I mean, here as in the dungeon, not here as in where he's going to look. I mean, he's got 4 shots at it, though.
It's always Laser Bridge. Or Armos.
That's a good point. We have all of Turtle Rock that we didn't check. For good reason. Bill's gonna head towards Ganon's tower. I do believe Hope Room had a key, so he could save a little bit of time if he chooses to take that route.
Yes, this is hard item pool, which restricts our runners to the Tempered Sword. They will not be able to find the Butter Sword, but there are still 4 swords to find. So hard mode change just makes it so that once you've found 3 of them, the 4th one, whichever one that happens to be for you, turns into 20 rupees. So our runners could find different Tempered Swords.
Which actually isn't all that unusual. Hey, more bomb strats on Lenmo. I mean, you've got plenty of them at this point. You only need 1 more the rest of the game.
And there's a pot with a bomb in it up there.
There is, you're right. Just grabbing that extra little bit of magic.
Oh,
Those rooms are just so
well,
bad
he
without
was
boots.
he was planning to stun them with the hook shot, but his first hook shot cast hit the the vision of that first guard. It happened again right there where it just hits nothing because the guard was not aggroed yet.
Illus is going to save that little bit of time. It is going to go straight to the big key here. Illus is going to have to pick up the small key.
Illus is making up a lot of time here, and going to make up even more by virtue of he's not going to open these extra chests in the gauntlet right here. He has tempered. His Lambo fight is going to be considerably quicker.
I mean, this is still Top Life's race to lose, but it's a little bit more.
It's a really wide gap at the moment. Yeah,
you know, because oftentimes you'll hear commentators joke about Ganon falls and Ganon deaths. Well, with the Master Sword, it's a little bit more likely. I think he's got a couple of potions, though, so he should be fine. But there are a few ways that things could go wrong. That
yeah, the thing with
not completely out of it as much as you would. There's Sankar.
Nice, very nice.
But no sword. He's sitting there in the basement or in Turtle Rock, probably.
Yeah, the thing with Master Sword Silverless Ganon is it's really not like super difficult compared to the Tempered Silverless, especially when you have so many like bottles and stuff. But it's just a longer fight, and the longer the fight goes on, the more opportunities you have to do, human-like things like screwing up.
Yep. And very well said.
On equipment like this, screw-ups are very bad. Like accidentally, I walked too close to Ganon, 8 hearts, right?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't dodge that firebot. Fall off, start over the fight.
Yeah, he does have the cape, so he does have, I mean, he's got all the safeties well, maybe he doesn't have the 3 bottles that Illus has, but he's basically got all the safeties you could want. But yeah, it's still a fight. All right, and here we go.
All right, so with the Master Sword here, it is 12 spins to get through the first phase, 12 spins for the second phase, 4 for the third, and 24 for the fourth. The second phase is the important one.
That's the scary one.
Because that's the one where you're most likely to lose time and or die.
Topplife already going to that cape.
I believe we do have potions in reserve.
I believe so. I
can't remember which one of them was buying blues.
I recall Illus buying blues and greens. I'm not sure what Topplife has.
Yeah, not a fantastic position for spins here. He's too far away to get the double spin. So you turn on the cape here to get extra spins in on the cycle, but it's still not going to be enough to phase him. Okay, this is what you're looking for. Nice, close to the wall at the top of the room.
Okay, we're through phase 2.
Yeah, 2 fire bets, though.
I know. It's gonna be crucial he gets this torch glitch. Gets it. I mean, you can still finish the fight without the torch glitch, but oh my god, so much.
On Master
20
Sword
you don't,
Bliss,
Master List is horrible.
unless you have a
Absolutely
bunch of magic restore, you're probably
Yep.
better off just restarting the fight at that point.
I mean, at this point, he's got to have something.
This is just a fight of endurance. Don't get distracted. 24 spins. He should be fine as long like he has plenty of health restore. Just as long as he doesn't fall off or something.
Yeah, he's fine now.
Fire bats have this really weird mechanic though. That's not super obvious. When you get hit by one of these fire bats that he's throwing, it amplifies the direction that you're holding in the opposite way.
Yeah.
So
just let go.
your instinct is to hold away from the pit so that you don't fall, and that actually sends you into the pit faster when you get hit by a fire bat. So the go-to strat, like you said, is if you get hit by a fire bat, drop your controller. That is the safest thing you can do. Maybe not drop it, but let go of the D-pad.
Yeah, let go of the D-pad for sure. I mean, Illus already in the second round of the fight, so topplife has to finish this off. Our second phase, I should say.
It's crazy how close Illus is to finishing. Like the amount of time saved from the equipment he had just was incredible. But it just,
left side. He went to left side swamp. He went. See, again. I say that because it was one day where I got really annoyed at people, saying, "Oh, you have to go to left side swamp every time," and it's just like, no, it's not, and you can't. You'll never lose for it, and you're like, well, yeah.
Illus even made it to phase 4 before topplife finished. Oh, Illus missing the torch glitch. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, not as catastrophic.
GG topplife.
And finishing up with an official race time of 1:46.19.
Yeah, it's super annoying to have to light both torches here. And it makes it a lot harder to get spins in. Like, you didn't even get one spin that cycle because of how awful this is. You can still get triples, but it's really dependent on your timing. And then doubles, you have to just walk across the room. Oh, that would have been a good triple.
There it is, for Illus. And Illus is going to finish up with an official race time of 1:47.53.
GG's.
And we already have topplife with us. Welcome, topplife, and GG's to you.
Today.
Oh, I guess the biggest thing was you really didn't want to go into Ice Palace without that cane.
Well, I kind of just mids opened up so many spots, and
they sure do.
So I just committed to not going ice, and as soon as I didn't find anything behind mids, I was just, now I'm committed. I just keep going.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Nights I feel like I lost, so.
It was really interesting how, despite having many opportunities for diversions throughout the seed, you guys kept doing the same things. Like, after getting the book, you both went straight to Aga, which ended up being the right play.
Well, if we hadn't gone to Aga, both of us would have finished sooner.
Okay.
I don't think you had a fire source. No, wait, of course, you had the fire. You had the lamp. So, yeah, you could have done it.
And then, And then after Aga, you both decide to cross the river, which makes more sense. But then you both skipped Catfish, and
Yep.
every turn, you guys just took the same path, even though there was multiple paths to take, right up until the Mitson Swamp, and that's when everybody went in opposite directions.
Yep.
Yeah, GG Illus. About Catfish, that really annoyed me because I was just picking up the flute, and then I thought, yeah, I want to do the water checks right now with Catfish, so I'll just flute the Mire area and save a quit from Dark World there, and then no, I don't have mitts. And then trying to figure out a way I could save and quit from Dark World, and I forgot the mountain after I picked up the mitts. Yeah, that the Catfish check in the end became quite inefficient.
As for me, I wanted to do Catfish with the Zora checks, but then Mitch showed up and I was only one item for go mode, and then I started shortcutting things, which of course didn't pay off because the cane was in an awful spot.
Yeah, that was pretty awful. Unless you try to skip Aga. That's that's like the really weird thing about the scene. It's like you guys made the right call to kill Aga. It was an Aga seed, 100%. It led to all the things. But if you were afraid of Aga and said, "I'll go to desert," then you get rewarded with this cane.
Yep.
This would have been a much different race. So it was a lot closer because you both did that.
And in the back of my mind, I thought maybe topplife has done that, so I'll just commit to skipping Green Pendant, which turned out to be a catastrophe in the end. It was a bit sad. Like I shouldn't have done that. But
I mean, you had so many bad checks though, and like the only worst thing I think than Green Pendant was the Armos Nice. So.
Or like the only thing left.
Which was the only thing left.
But yeah, that was a lapse in judgment, in my opinion. I'm not sure, like, if I had grabbed the Green Pendant right there and then, and in exchange I would have Master Sword, I might have still won this race.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I kept talking about you going back into Swamp and the time that it takes, but yeah, you did get a Tempered Sword out of that, so it allowed you to catch up pretty decently to only be about a minute plus behind. But
yeah, I mean, I missed the torch glitch in the end and whatnot. It could have been a bit closer, but it was not the decider in any case. Mm-hmm. And it was such a reoccurring theme for me to leave something in Swamp Palace behind and come back to last occasion it, but this time it was not the case.
Mm-hmm.
The reoccurring thing for me is that I have won so many races to this tournament by skipping Swamp Palace left side. Mm-hmm. It keeps happening. The only time I checked, or the only times I've checked Swamp Palace left side, I've won on that too. So
funny how that works. Oh boy, I wish I had that insight on Swamp Palace that you seem to have.
Swamp Palace has really been looked at quite a lot in Swamp Palace this tournament.
It was kind of funny though, because we saw Illus get those boots in Ice Palace, and we're like, well, if topplife gets to go mode this, he's not getting those boots.
Yeah, there was no way you could get the boots.
They were the worst place. The one place you're just not going to.
As for me, like, I decided to just go to Ice because Kane was my go mode item anyway, didn't feel too bad. And I got rewarded with boots at the very least, so I had boots for like half the seat. Wasn't enough though, with with my Green Pendant skip. But yeah, that happens. I was assuming this was way worse than it actually was. Like I felt behind. Since I came back for so many awful checks, and it was closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, you made up a lot of time in Ganon's Tower. Not only, I mean, you got the big key sooner, because you went straight to the right side, and then just, boots plus Tempered Sword is just going to make for a faster Ganon's Tower in general.
Makes sense, yeah.
Especially when your opponent's doing bomb land mode too.
Don't see that every day.
Pretty low on magic and was resorting to bombs to get through.
Well, he did bomb Landmo 1 too, to be fair. So
yeah, he was also out of magic there. Got the job
Yeah.
done though.
Yeah, I'm out of practice on bomb land well, apparently. I need to place the bombs better.
Or just go with arrows, right?
Yeah, like I tried bomb arrow. The first time I did that, I 3-cycled it with bombs and arrows. That felt quite nice.
Well, there's like lots of resources for how to kill ammo with arrows because people have been doing it in NMG for so long.
Yeah, bomb bow quick swap is one of my favorite strats. It's
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
but
That
it's
sounds
really hard.
cool.
Oh, you did it on the helmet fight too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I usually use
Yeah,
bombs
yep.
there. But the first bomb hit is free, and the second you can always just walk into him while you quick swap back. I'm not sure if that's faster, but if you throw the bomb and quick swap and start hammering, that is faster. But then the bomb might miss, so I haven't started doing that.
Well, I don't want to keep you guys forever because I know that the German-speaking restream wants to get an interview as well. So just one final question. Game 2, when is that? And
Thursday.
Illus, are you going to win?
Hopefully. I'm probably gonna rewatch this and I don't know, maybe go in with more confidence, and hopefully I win next time.
Game 3 would be fun.
Topplife, are you going to let him hopefully win?
Sure.
All right, that's it, guys. Thursday, Topplife will let Illus hopefully win. It has been so decided.
Looks like it'll
GG.
be the exact same time at 1:10 p.m. Wouldn't surprise me if it's on the same channel, but that's to be determined.
Thanks for commentary and restream. I'll be off to the German interview now. So thanks again, guys. Koi, Tracy,
Yeah,
GG
you're
Top
welcome.
Life. See you Thursday maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'll jump into German if they will let me speak English.
I signed up to calm that one, but mostly because you guys like to do your races at times where I'm actually awake. I love that.
Nice.
Everybody else wants to do it late at night.
Yeah, I like those day match. Actually, now I know it was you that submitted, not me, so I'm going to go and submit too. Because I'm like, wait, did I submit for that one yet? So we'll do that.
All right, guys,
but yeah,
thank you so much for the amazing race and GG's again, Topplife and
Absolutely.
Illus. And again, guys, Thursday is game 2 between these two amazing players. Be sure to check that out. So,
All right.
and if you want to check out the German restream, that's over on SpeedGaming Deutsch. You will have to understand German to make sense of it, though, I'm pretty sure.
We do have more races coming up today. A lot more races coming up today. Looks like everything's managed to get a restream too, which is pretty awesome. At 4:10, we have Gamachu versus In the Name of DT. That looks like it's a game 2. At 5:10, we have Shady Force versus Wall Kicks, game 3. Also at 5:10, that'll be on SpeedGaming too.
Dun, dun, dun.
Also at 5:10, we have Asazas versus Chimo over on SpeedGaming 5. At 6:10, we have Lin Lin versus Salty Fry on SpeedGaming 4. And then we have 2 games at 9:10, The Boulder versus Allison. That's over on SpeedGaming 2, and that's a game 2. And GFE versus Boyne game 3 on SpeedGaming 4. So whole lot of Link to the Past coming up this afternoon, and actually starting in just about an hour, I guess. If I'm doing my time zone conversion.
Yeah, just if you weren't able to pick it out of that massive wall of rando, the next match is on SG4, SpeedGaming 4, Gamma versus DT at 4:10.
That should be a
Eastern.
good one. All right, that'll do it for us. Thank you, Koi, as always, for joining me on commentary. Always a great time. And of course, got to shout out our tracker, who is gone now. But Derek. I had to make sure I get the name right. Derek, doing the hard work behind the scenes, clicking those buttons, the MVPs of our little tournament. And Koi, why don't you take us out?
Put me on the spot. Bye, chat. I love you. And Rando. Mostly
See you in an
Rando,
hour.
but some chat. Bye.